that the title of bravest woman in Australia has gone to Pauline Hanson for 25 years. Pauline has fought the battles we have all talked about this weekend: family, community, Christianity, border protection, the Indigenous industry, our flag, our veterans, freedom, our lifestyle, our very way of life, our exports, our industry, our agriculture. It is ironic that the omnipresent party in this event is the same party that sent Pauline to jail to shut her up, the Liberal Party. After being released and exonerated, Pauline put aside her time as Australia's first political prisoner to lead One Nation in the fight for conservative values. This should never be forgotten, always remembered, especially with the release of a new national anti-corruption body lacking in checks and balances that One Nation expected to be there. In this last election, Australia's COVID response asked many questions of our elected leaders, particularly federal. Questions like, what happened to my body, my choice? What happened to the vaccine approval process? What happened to freedom of movement and freedom of association? What happened to the sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship, the confidentiality of the doctor-patient relationship? What happened to free speech? And how could a virus infect you in a small business, but not in a big business? Finally, where were the bloody Liberals and Nationals for the last 2.5 years? I can tell you where they were, calling me names for standing up for the very values they now embrace at this conference. One Nation went to this last election defending conservative values and fighting for your freedom, our freedom. In this last election, the Liberal Party and the National Party chose to preference the Labor Party ahead of One Nation in many races. In the end, delivering the Senate to the ALP and neutering the Liberal Party. So what the hell is going on? Like many people here, I do hope the Liberals rediscover their roots in true liberalism, true conservatism. It would, however, be unbelievable if the Liberals achieved that in a single weekend-long pep rally. Where is Peter Dutton, can I ask? Seriously, I thought I was coming to CPAC. It feels more like LPAC, Liberal Political Action Conference. I must say, CPAC is back from their 3-year COVID hiatus with a very short memory. Returning to their conservative roots will take fundamental changes in the power structure of a party that quite simply sold Australia out. The best way to help the Liberal Party, for those who want to help the Liberal Party, is to expose the cracks, not paper them over. And not just during COVID, but going back to the days of John Howard and his implementation of the 1997 UN Kyoto Protocol that stripped property rights from farmers to meet targets imposed by the UN without compensation, and going around the Constitution to do so. That has never been set right, and we need to set it right.
Authorised Malcolm Roberts, Brisbane.